Okay, yeah, students. So welcome to here. So today we are going to see Hack with Infy questions. Okay, so we are going to solve Hack with Infy questions. So first, okay, so first question. So I will explain the problem statements, and after we will go on it. Okay, so first I explain the problem statements. So today we are discuss about Hack with Infy. Okay, Hack with Infy, we are going to discuss about that. So first question, okay, so what the question name? First I explain that. So the question name, it's nothing but special prime. Okay, the question name, what's that? It's a special prime. Okay, so we will solve the first this one. Okay, so how we do that, I will explain you. Okay, so I explain this one first, and after we will go on it. Okay, so problem statement, yeah. So now, what is problem statement? First they give one number as an input. Okay, so first they give the one input, it's integer type. Okay, so they give one input, it's an integer type. So the range is between 1 to 10 power 50. Okay, the range, it's a big number, so the range it's 1 to 10 power 50, it's give here. Okay, after what we have to do here, what the first question I explain you. Okay, suppose my given number it's a 20. What I want to do here, I will be take 1 to 0 to 20 all the numbers. I will take all 0 to 20 numbers. Okay, after what I do that, we want to take again the same 0 to 20. Suppose my given number 20, I want to take 1 to 20 all the natural numbers. Okay, so all the natural numbers I want to take. Okay, so in this we want to take two numbers. Okay, in between the range 20 we want to take two numbers, it's like a pair. Okay, so we want to take two numbers and we want to find the sum of digit. We want to find the sum of digit. For example, I will explain you here. Wait a minute. For example, I will give one number 10. Okay, so here what I do that, I have x and y. I want to take x and y in between the range my number. In between the range my number. For example, x is less than or equal to my n. X is less than or equal to my n, and we want to take y also it's going to less than or equal to my number. Okay, so I will give one number, I want to take two numbers in the number range is 0 to n, I want to take. Okay, so after what I want to do, okay, after I want to find the sum of digit. I want to find the sum of digit. Okay, so the f of x is nothing but sum of digit for this x. Okay, sum of digit of x, and f of y. So the f of y it's mentioned as sum of digit of y. Okay, so I want to find the sum of digit of the two numbers. After what I want to do, I want to add these two numbers. I want to add these two numbers. If I add these two numbers, if I get the prime number, okay, the sum we get the prime number, I add these two numbers, so that number it's a prime number. I want to print that pair. I want to print that pair. Okay, hey, just listen again, I explain you. For example, initially I will give one number, so that's an integer type, and after what I do that, I want to take two numbers. Okay, I want to find the such pair. Okay, I want to find the pair. Okay, so pair means two numbers. Okay, so one number range also until we go n, and second number also start with 0, we go up to n. Okay, so we take numbers, we want to find the sum of digit of the two numbers. We want to find sum of digit of the two numbers. After we want to add the two values. We want to add that two values. Okay, if I get the prime number, I want to print that pairs. Okay, I don't want to print the pair. I want to print how many pairs have in that range. Okay, so here my given number suppose 20 means, you see here my given number suppose 20 means in 0 to 20. Yeah, correct. So this is my first number. Okay, so any one of the number we have to take. Okay, and here y also, the second possible also we have to take 0 to that number. Okay, my number 20, so I take until 20. Okay, so after what I do here, I take just one number and these all number. We have lot of possible, because one number we take 0, we take another number 0 and 0 1 and 0 2 and 0 3 0 4 0 5. So one number have n possibles, one number have n pairs. Okay, so the starting x value it's literally 0 and y value we take 0 to 20. Okay, so one number have n numbers of pairs, n numbers of pairs. So and after we take 1 we have 20 pairs, and we have to take 2 we have 20 pairs, we have to take 3 we have 20 pairs. So the x also have n numbers and y also have n numbers. Okay, because n 20 means here also 20 numbers. Okay, so like 21, because 0 also there, so total 21 numbers. The y also we have 21 numbers. So how many possible pairs we have? Because we take 0, we have 20 pairs, 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3 0 4 0 5. So like that I have lot of pairs. So total pairs how much? So total pairs n into n. So I have these much type of pairs. Okay, I have this much count of pairs. Okay, so now what we have to do, that I want to take one number, I want to find the sum of digit. Again I want to take the second number, I want to find the sum of digit. We want to add the two number. If I get the answer is a prime number, I want to count that pair. I want to count the pair, because what I want to print, how many pairs have in that range. So total how many pairs in between this 20 range, I want to print it. But my given number 20, no issue, we directly easily process it. But my input is how much? The range 10 power 50. So 10 power 50 means it's a big number. Okay, it's a big number. So 10 power 50 means total how many digits have? 51 digits have. Okay, so in that 51 digit we want to do that. Okay, for example I will explain you here. We take 0 1 2 3 4, the sum of digit always 9, because single digit only one digit will be there, so no issue with that. We want to find the sum of digit for this one. What the sum of digit here? We won't take 10, we won't take 11. Okay, we want to take sum of digits, so that's why here mentioned f of x. What is f of x? F of x is nothing but sum of digit. Okay, because my process, what's my process here? I want to add sum of digit. Okay, so I don't want x, I want f of x. F of x means what? Sum of digit. Okay, so here I want to add these two digit. Okay, because each one single digit is a digit. Okay, so here the 0 is a one digit and 1 is the one digit. Here 1 is the one digit and another one is the one digit. Okay, so we want to add these two. What we get? 1. Okay, we add 11. What we get? 2. Here we add 1 plus 2. What we get? 3. Here we add 1 plus 3. What we get? 4. Here we add 1 plus 4. We get 5. Here 1 plus 5. We add 6. The sum of digit we have to calculate it. 1 plus 7, 8. And 1 plus 8, 9. And 1 plus 9, 10. And 2, 0, it's get 2. Okay, so this is the sum of digit. Okay, so I take 1 0 to n my numbers and I find the sum of digit. Okay, so this is the sum of digit. Okay, here also the same thing, so just copy and paste here. Okay, the same thing y also, the y also the same range. Yeah, so the two numbers also the same range, so no issue like this. Okay, after what I do, so I want to take two numbers. I want to take two numbers. I want to add the two values. If I get the prime number, I want to count it. If I get the prime number, I want to count it. Okay, so that's my duty. Okay, so here for example, you will be take x will be 0 and y will be 2. Okay, we add these two, what we get, it's a prime number. 0 plus 2 what? 2. So 2, it's a prime number. You know that. What are the prime numbers will be there? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and 17 and 19. It's going like this. Okay, it's going like this. So what I do that, I want to take two numbers sum of digit and I want to add that. The result we get the prime number means I want to count it. So this is the first count. Okay, so this is the first count. So like that, how many pairs are there in between the range my number, I want to find it. So that's my duty. Okay, so how we do that, how we do that? Okay, I will tell you how we do this one. So just listen here. For example, you will be assume my given number is the biggest number. Okay, you assume my given number is the biggest number. For example, 10 power 50. So 10 power 50 maximum number what the maximum number? Total 51 digit, the maximum what we want to, total 50, 10 power 50. Yeah, so 10 power 50 means maximum what we have 59s, because we are using decimal system. In the decimal system, maximum digit is 9. Maximum digit is 9. Okay, so total 50 nines will be there. Total 50 nines we have. So this is the biggest number. Okay, the test case is the biggest number what? 50 nines will be there. So that's the biggest number. But I don't want to take the number. I want to take sum of digit. I want to take sum of digit. Okay, so this is not a 5. This is 16. Okay, but I don't want 16. I want what? The sum of digit. Okay, I want what? The sum of digits. So here 59s will be there. So what the maximum sum of digit? What the maximum sum of digit? I want to add 59s. Okay, so what the formula we hit? 50 into 9, because 59s I multiple here. Okay, so what I get? 450. So I give biggest number means the maximum sum of digit value what? 450. The maximum sum of digit what? 450. Okay, so now here what I do that, I will be apply hashing concept. What I do here, I will apply hashing concept. Okay, why we will apply hashing concept? First, what is hashing? I will explain you. Here listen. For example, you assume my given number 10. You assume my given number 10. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to find the sum of digit. Okay, I want to find the sum of digit. Okay, so here what I do that, I have number, so I have range also. I have range also. In 20, how many sum of digit have 1? 3 numbers sum of digit will be 1. Yeah, 2 numbers sum of digit is 1. Okay, how many numbers have sum of digit 2? 1, 2, 3. How it's 3 we get it? For example, how many numbers we get sum of digit 2? How many numbers? 2 and 11 and 20. Correct? So 3 numbers have sum of digit 2. So suppose 3 means how many numbers have 3? For example, 3, 12 and 21 and 30. Okay, so they have lot of numbers. Okay, so the sum of digit these 4 numbers what? 3 only. The sum of digit these 3 numbers what? 2 only. So first what I do that, I will give one number. Okay, so total maximum sum of digit what? 450, because my range what? 10 power 50. My range what is that? My range, maximum range 10 power 50. So what I do here, first 0 to I will write 0 to 450. Okay, I will write 0 to 450. So I first found how many numbers sum of digit have 0. How many numbers have sum of digit 1? Okay, how many numbers sum of digit have 2? Okay, how many numbers have sum of digit 3? I want to find it. because here what I do that, how many numbers have sum of digit 2? How many numbers we have? 3 numbers. How many numbers? 3 numbers. Here, how many numbers have sum of digit 3? 4 numbers. 4 numbers, the sum of digit have 3. So, here what I do here, just I store the count. How many numbers have the sum of digit? How many numbers have the sum of digit? Okay. So, 3 means total how many numbers have sum of digit? 4 numbers. So, I count here 4. How many numbers sum of digit 0? Only 0. 1 number. Okay. How many numbers sum of digit 1? How many numbers? 2. Why 2? Because 0 or 1 also sum of digit 1, 10 also sum of digit 1, 100 also sum of digit 1, 1000 also sum of digit 1, 10,000 also sum of digit 1. So they have lot of numbers. They have lot of number. So what I do here, just here I stored how many, first I find each number, how many numbers have the sum of digit 2, how many numbers have sum of digit 3, how many numbers sum of digit 4, how many numbers sum of digit 5. So first I find all the sum of digit possibles, maximum 450. Okay, suppose 10 means how many numbers have sum of digit 10. I will update that. Okay, here I will update it. After what I do that, we directly get it. Okay, how we get that? It's very easy. Okay, so we get the number, we add it. It's a prime number means these much digit have sum of digit 3. Okay, so directly we multiply it. Okay, so that's enough. It's very easy one. Okay, it's very easy one. So what I do here, first just listen, I will tell you the logic part. Okay, after we will go to the coding part. Okay, for example, I will give one number 10. If I give 10 means what I do here, 0 to 450. Why 450? Because the 10 power 50 means the maximum sum of digit 450. Okay, so 0 to 450. First I stored how many numbers have sum of digit 0, how many numbers have sum of digit 1, how many numbers have sum of digit 2. I stored all these values. Why I store all these values? Because I want to find all the pairs. For example, 1 2, what the sum? 3. It's a prime number, correct? It's a prime number. 2 and 1, what the sum of digit? What the answer? 3. It's a prime number. Yeah, here see that. 4 and 7. Okay, 4 and 7, we add these two values, what we get? 11. 11 is a prime, so that's also one pair. And here see that 6 and 5, we add 6 and 5, so 6 plus 5 what? 11. It's a pair. Okay, so we have lot of pairs. We have lot of pairs because if my given 11, it's a prime number. So how many possibles we have? How many possibles we have? 11. For example, 2 comma 9. 2 comma 9 is 11. Yeah, so 3 comma 8 also there. Okay, and 4 comma 7 also there, and 5 comma 6 also there, and 6 comma 5 also there. So they have lot of pairs. They have lot of pairs will be there. Okay, so that's why I tell you here. So first what I do, how many numbers in between my given number range, sum of digit have 11. In my given number 20, in 20 how many numbers have sum of digit 11? No numbers, because maximum sum of digit 10. Why? Because here 19. So I add these two digits, we get 10. So maximum sum of digit will be 10. So no digit does have sum of digit 11. So no problem. So what I do that, first I stored 0 to 450 all the how many numbers have the sum of digit these values. Okay, first I count that. After I will do here. Okay, for example, I will tell you the logic. How many numbers have? I will tell you the logic. For example, I want to find 4. How many numbers have 4? Okay, how many numbers have 4? You calculate it. 0, no, not possible. Okay, we won't count it. 1 sum of digit is not 4. We won't count it. Okay, what I want to find? I want to find the sum 4. Okay, just example I take it. Okay, just the minimum example I take it here. My sum initially 4. Okay, so how many numbers have the sum of digit 4? I want to find. So 0 sum of digit 0. So no. 1 sum of digit? No. 2 sum of digit 2 only, not a 4. 3 sum of digit what? 3 only, not a 4. 4 sum of digit what? 4. We get it. So we get it means this is my first count. We get it means this is my first count. After, you won't go for 5, 6, 7. Why you won't go? Because you know very well we are using decimal system. After we get the sum of digit 4 means what I do that just you add plus 9. Just you add plus 9, it's enough. Okay, for example here I do here. You listen. What the sum of digit? These number all the sum of digit 2. These all the number sum of digit 3. What the difference here? 3 and 12. How many difference here? 9. 12 and 21. How many difference here? 9. 21 and 30. How many difference here? 9. So just we add plus 9, it's enough. Just we add plus 9 enough. Okay, why we add plus 9? Because we are using decimal system. We are using decimal system. So decimal system means what? Base value 10. Base value 10. So the last maximum digit 9. So I add plus 9, it's enough. Just we add plus 9, it's enough. So here what I do that after you find the first count, you don't go for 5, directly add plus 9. So what we get? 13. 13, it's a sum of digit 4. So we count it. Second count. So you count it. Second count. Again plus 9. What we get? 22. So 22 also it's a sum of digit 4. So we count it. Third count. Okay. Again what you do? Again add 31. What we get? 4. Fourth count. Again what you do? Again add plus 9. 40. So 40 what? Fifth count. After what I do that? Again add plus 9. 49. So 49, I don't get the sum of digit 4. I don't get the sum of digit 4 because we add these two. What we get? 13, not a 4. Okay, what we get? 13. So if I didn't get it means again what you do? You go one by one. 50. 51. So like this is going on. Okay. So what I do that just how many numbers have sum of digit 4? How many numbers? 5 numbers. Okay. So up to when I want to find my given number range? Up to when I want to find my given number range? Suppose my given number 20 means up to 20, how many numbers have 4? Sum of digit 4. How many numbers? 1, 2. How many numbers have sum of digit 2? So first I count that one because here see that this array you see that these values, this list of values all will be sum of digit only because these all number is the sum of digit. Okay, so you compare these all numbers, the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again what I do that? Again it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again 10. Again 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so like this is going on. So what I do that I want to find first up to n. Okay, so up to n, how many numbers have sum of factor, sum of value 0? How many numbers have sum of value 1? How many values have sum of value 2? How many values have sum of value 4? So like that I want to find up to 450 because biggest number 450 sum of digit. Okay, so I will find up to that. After what I do that I will add these two. I will take two numbers, I add it. Okay, if it's prime number means I count it. If it's prime number, I count it. Okay, so that's my process. Okay, so what's my process here? Just listen, it's very easy one. What's my process? I will give one number. What I do that up to 20, how many numbers have sum of digit 0? How many numbers have sum of digit 1? How many numbers have sum of digit 2? How many numbers have sum of digit 3? So like this I calculate it. Like this I want to calculate. Okay, after my calculation process, what I do, I will take two numbers in that 20 range. In the 20 range, I will take two numbers. In the two numbers, I will be added. If it's prime number, what I do, I have already count. Okay, I have already count how many 4s, how many 5s, how many 6. So just we multiple it. That's enough. Okay, just we multiple it. Why we want to multiple? For example, 4 plus 1. What that? Sum 5. It's a prime number. So this 4 plus 1 5 means this 4 plus 1 also 5. Yeah, this 4 plus 1 also 5. Okay, because this number what? 13. This number what? 13. This number 4 only. So 4 and 13 is different, but sum of digit are same. So 4 count is 2 means what I do that? 4 count is 2, and you see that 4 here 1. How many ones here? 1, 1. So 1 count we have 2. So what I do that, if I add these two number 4 plus 1, if it's both I add, if it's prime means what I do that, just I multiple my count value. 2 into 2 what? 4. So I have 4 possibles. I have 4 pair. How it's 4 pair? 4 and 1, 1 pair. Okay, 4 and 1, 1 pair, and 4 and 1, here 1 pair, correct? So this 4 and 1, 1 pair, again this 4 and 1. Okay, so this 4 and 1, so total how many pair? 4 pairs. So that's why I find the count. Why I find the count? Because how many 4s I have, how many numbers sum of digit have, 1 I have. So if I add these two, if it's prime number means I just multiple the count. Why I multiple? Because that much pairs we have. Because this one number take these two ones. This one number take these two ones. Okay, so that's why just we multiple it. Okay, just we multiple it. We won't go for each time. So it's take too much time. So that's why what I do that, first I store all the number. How many numbers have sum of digit? 4, 5, 6, whatever. I stored repeatedly in the array. After what I do that, just I take until the number, I take values and I count it. Okay, so that's enough. So this is my duty. So here I do the coding part. Okay, so I will do that. So that time you can understand clearly. That time you can understand clearly. Okay, so no issue with that. So wait a minute. 17, 18, 19 and 20. Okay, here also the same thing. Here also the same thing. So what I do that, my given number 20 means first what I do here, first I find how many numbers sum of digit 0, how many numbers sum of digit 1, how many numbers sum of digit 2, how many numbers sum of digit 3, until my given n range. I first count that. Okay, in that count I stored one variable. In that count I stored that. Okay, so initially what I do that, 0 to so like that I go until 450. Why sir until 450 means? Because my given number is the biggest number means maximum sum of digit 450 only, not more than 450. So that's why I run until 450. So what I do that, suppose my given number 20 means I run 0 to 20. How many numbers have the sum of digit 0? How many numbers have sum of digit 1? How many numbers have sum of digit 2? How many numbers have sum of digit 3? I just count the same. I just store the same index. Suppose 0 only one value. So how many numbers have sum of digit 1? 2 values. Suppose how many numbers have sum of digit 2? 3 values. How many numbers have sum of digit 3? 4 values. Suppose 7 values, 9 values, 11 values. So like that I stored. So now what I do that, I take two number and I just add it. Okay, I take two numbers sum of digit and I add it. If it's both as a prime means, the sum we get prime means what I do, just we multiple the count. For example, 3 and suppose we take 4 and 3, we add these 3, what is that? It's a prime number. So prime number means what I do, just to multiple these two values. 4 into 7, what? 4 into 7 means what? Total 28. So total 28 pair I have. How sir 28 pair? I will explain you. How 28 pair? I will explain you. Okay, how many 3s will be there? 4 3s. Okay, how many 3? 4 3. How many 4s are there? 7 4s. Okay, so 1 4 have 4 pair. This 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 4 have 4 pair. Okay, so each number have 4 pair. So that's why here the count will be 7. Here the count will be 4. So that's why I just multiple these two values. 4 into 7 what? 28. So total 28 pairs. Total 28 pairs. So that's enough. Okay, so that's why we multiple here. Sir, all the numbers same number. Why you pair it? Because 4 and 3 pair. Again 4 and 3 same number. Why you pair it means, just listen. This 3 we get normal. This 3 we get 1 2 also. This 3 we get 2 1 also. This 3 we get 30 also. So the numbers are different. The numbers are different, but sum of digit are same. Okay, so the numbers are unique. Okay, x and y, the numbers are unique. Okay, for example, 4 means first one 4, second one 1 3, third one 2 2, fourth one 3 1, fourth one 4 0. We have lot of possibles will be there. Okay, we have lot of possibles will be there. So the numbers are different. 4 13 22 31 40, the numbers are different, but what the sum of digit same. So that's why I tell you, just you have count, that 2 count you multiple, so that much pair you have, that much pair you have. Okay, so it's very easy one. So the same thing we will code it. Okay, the same thing we will code it. Okay, so what's our first duty? I will give one number. Up to that number, how many numbers have sum of digit 0? How many numbers have sum of digit 1? How many numbers have sum of digit 2? How many numbers have sum of digit 3? Until 450. First I count that, I update the same position. I updated the same position. So that's a easy one. We access it. Okay. So that's a easy one. We will access that. Okay. So this is called hashing method. The same 3 count, I will update the same position value. Okay. 4, how many numbers have sum of digit 4? I update the count the same position. So that's easy to access. This is index, this is values. So we easily access it. Okay, so that's why we are using hashing concept. That's why we are using hashing concept. Okay, so this problem now we can solve it. Now we can solve it. So how we solve that? Okay, here why we find sum of digit? Each time I talk like this, sum of digit, sum of digit, sum of digit. Why? Because my question is like that. Because my question is like that. Suppose my given number 20 means I want to take x and y in 0 to that number range. I want to add the sum of digit. I want to add the sum of digit. If I get the prime number, I want to pair. I want to count the pair. Okay, if it's a prime number, I want to count that. So I don't want to add that number. I want to add sum of digit. I want to add what? Sum of digit. So that's why I find sum of digit. How many sum of digit? How many numbers sum of digit have? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I find it. Suppose the question don't give this statement means we won't find sum of digit. Directly take the two numbers. We check. We add it. We check prime or not. If it's prime, we count it directly. It's easy. But here they can ask, I want to find the sum of digit and add it. For example, 13 means you won't take 13 and 11. You want to take 4 and 2. 4 and 2. You want to add that. Okay, so that's why sum of digits is very important. Okay, so that's why the sum of digits it's very important. Okay, so now we will do this program. Okay, now we will do this program. So how we do this one? Okay, how we do this one? So I will solve here. So do you have any doubt? You can ask. Okay, so initially I will do the program. So what's our process? First I want to get n value. After what I want to do, I travel 0 to n. I want to take all the number. I want to find what the sum of digit. For example, 13 means what the sum of digit? 4. If it's 4 means I will be counted 4. How many numbers have 4 count? How many numbers? 1, 2, 2 only. Okay, so I store that count will be 4th index. Okay, how many numbers have 5 count? How many numbers have 3 count? 1, 2, that's enough. So this 2 I stored the second index. Okay, sorry, this 2 I stored in the third index. Suppose how many numbers have sum of digit 5? 1, 2, only 2 numbers. So the count 2 I update the 5th index. Okay, so that's enough. So this is our process. So I will do here. Do you have any doubt in this? You can ask me. Okay, no issue with that. So I will go now the coding part. Okay, so now I will go the coding part. So first is this, I will start with the C programming. So hash include stdio.h. Okay, so is the header file. Why we include this header file? Because we want to access scanf and printf functions. Okay, why we need scanf and printf? Because we want to get the input from the user. We want to use scanf function. Scanf is the function that perform scanning process, so initially n, I get the n. Okay, I get the n, and I have one array. What's the array? Count. I have count array. So that maximum size 451. Why? Because you know very well the maximum sum of digit what? 450. So total how many values will be there? Total 451 values. So that's why I store total 451 size. Okay. So initially the count will be 0. I declare one element 0 means all the elements assign it 0. So it's an empty array. So now what I want to do? So the index, array index what? 0th index, first index, second index. So like that it's going until 450th index. Until it's travel 450 index. So 0th index what I want to store? How many values sum of digit have 0. In second index what I want to store? How many values have sum of digit 2. Okay, how many values? Sum of digit 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0. 3 numbers. So the 3 count I update the value, the position. The second index position I store 3. Why? Because 3 number have sum of digit 2. Okay, so like that. So that's why we declare one array. So this array concept, it's like hashing method. The array concept is like, it's a hashing method. Okay, after I get the number, what I want to do? After I get the number, what I want to do? I want to travel 0 to until that number. 0 to until that number. Okay, so 0 to until that number. So I want to find how many zeros, how many ones, how many twos. Okay, so here what I do that I will travel 0 to 451. 0 to 450. Okay, I will travel 0 to 450. Why sir 0 to 450 you travel? Because just listen, this I is nothing but sum. How many numbers have 0? Sum of digit have 0. How many numbers have sum of digit 1? How many numbers have sum of digit 2? How many numbers have sum of digit 3? So like this, I stored up to 450. How many numbers have sum of digit 450? Because maximum size 10 per 50. So 450 also it's possible. Okay. So that's why I travel 0 to 450. How many numbers have sum of digit 0? How many numbers have sum of digit 2? How many numbers have sum of digit 3? So I want to find. So that's why I travel 0 to 450. That's why I travel 0 to 450. So after we travel, what I want to do? After we travel, what I want to do? I want to find how many numbers have sum of digit 0. But until how many range? Until 20. Yeah, until my number 20 means up to 20. How many numbers have sum of digit 0? How many numbers have sum of digit 1? I want to update that, correct? So my limit is n. Okay, so here what I do that, just I call one function. What the function? It's find count. How many numbers have the sum of digits? So count digit. Okay, so count function. Or otherwise count. So okay, we take count digits. Okay, so count digits. Okay, so how many numbers have sum of digit 2? How many numbers have sum of digit 4? So that count, find this function. So this function, what I want to pass? I want to pass 2 parameters. What are the 2 parameters? So that's our next question. What are the 2 parameters? So first parameter is the limit. Up to when I want to find. Up to which number I want to find the sum of digit. Up to which number? My given number. My given number 20 means up to 20. My given number 50 means up to 50. Okay. So my given number 100 means until 100 how many numbers? So this is n. So range. Okay. So this is range. And this is what? Which sum you want to find, because my given number n means that function what it do, it start with 0 up to n, it's travel, it's take each number. I want to find sum of digit. The sum of digit is equal to I means I want to count it. So this I is nothing but sum. This I is nothing but sum. So my given number 20, suppose my I value is 7 means what? and up to 20, how many numbers have sum of digit 7? So that calculated this function. So this function process what? Suppose my given number 20 or otherwise my given number 100, my I value 7 means what? Up to 0 to 100, how many numbers have sum of digit 7? So that count we want to find it. That count we want to find it. So that process doing this function. That process doing this function. Okay. So okay, super. So now that count where I want to store, the same index position I want to store. Suppose how many numbers have sum of digit 2, I want to update second index. How many numbers have sum of digit 7, I want to update seventh index. So the index is nothing but this I. So the same index I position, I update the count. I update the count. Okay, so just listen. This function what it do? I give the range. My range suppose 1000 means 0 to 1000 I travel. I take each number. I find the sum of digit. The sum of digit it's equal to I means I count it. Suppose the I value 7 means up to I take all the 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 100 I take all the number. I find each number sum of digit. The sum of digit equal to my 7 means I count that, and at the count I will return. Suppose the count will be 12. So I return the 12. So the 12 stored count of 7. So 7th index I stored how many values have sum of digit 7. 12 values. So I stored that. So the same index I updated. So this is called hashing method. This is called hashing method. The same position I update the count. Okay. So this is hashing position. So first what I want to do, this process I want to do first. This process I want to do first. Okay. Sum of digit. Yeah. So now we will go for this function. What the function name? Count digit. What the function name? Count digit. Okay. Yeah. So now we go here. Now we go here. Count digit. It's written integer value because how many numbers? Yeah. So count digits. So first one is my number range. Second one my sum. Correct. This is sum only because I want to take each number. I want to find the sum of digit. The sum of digit it's equal to this number means I want to count it. So I take meaningful name sum. Okay, so first I want to find the sum of digit sum will be 7, sum of digit sum will be 8, sum of digit sum will be 9. So until 450. Okay, so here I do that. Here I do that. Okay, so what I do that, my given number 100 means I start with my value 0. I start with my value 0. Up to when I want to travel? Up to n I want to travel. Okay. Yeah, you see here. My given number 20 means I start with 0. I travel up to that number. I travel up to that number. So, while I travel, that value less than or equal to my number. You put for loop or while loop. Okay, so that's your wish. So here I use while loop because it's familiar to me. Okay, so that's why here I use that. That's why here I use that. Okay, so value less than or equal to n. Okay, so initially value 0. So 0 is less than my 20. So it's no problem. We enter. So what I want to do? Here I want to find the sum of digit. Here I want to find the sum of digit. Okay, yeah, so that's our process. I want to find the sum of digit. Yeah, so I call one function sum of digit. That function what it do? So that function it's calculate the sum of digit. It's calculate the sum of digits. Okay, so it's calculate the sum of digits. So if it's the sum of digits is equal to my sum means what I do? If it's equal to sum means what I want to do? I just count it. So count it. Count what initially? 0. Count initially what? 0. So I count it. Okay, I complete it. So I take first 0. Sum of digit of 0, 0. Okay, no problem. I compare this my sum. If it's equal to that number means I count it. Okay, so like that I going on. Okay, so okay, if it's equal to my sum means what I want to go again value I want to change next. Okay, I want to change the value 0 to 1, 1 to 2, but here I explain one concept. Here I explain one concept, but I forgot here. Yeah, just listen. If I get the sum, for example, if I get the sum 5, if I get the sum 5 means again you don't go for 15, you don't go for 16, you don't go for 17. What I tell? Just you add plus 9. Just you add plus 9. 14 plus 9 what? 23. So directly you enter 23. That's also sum 5. Again what you do? Again plus 5. Sorry, plus 9. So again what is that? 32. So that sum also 5. Again what you do? Again plus 9. 41. So that sum also 5. Okay, again what you do? Again plus 9. So that sum also 5. So if it's equal to my sum means I don't go for 15, 16, 17, 18 up to 22. Why? Because up to that number, the sum of digit it's not 5. The sum of digit it's not 5. So directly we add plus 9. Directly we add plus 9. So here also 50, the sum of digit 5. So again plus 9 means 59. So now it's not equal. Now it's not equal means what? We will go one by one. We will go one by one. No problem. Yeah. So that's enough. So once we meet the sum of digit, the sum means what I do? Directly I add plus 9. I won't go for plus 1 because it's a time complexity problem. Okay. It's a time complexity problem. So I don't travel all the numbers. I want to skip some values. Why? Because we don't need to check that values, because that value sum of digit it's not my given sum. Okay, so what I do here, after it's equal means I directly add my value plus 9. I directly add my value plus 9. Okay, I don't go for next one. Okay, suppose if the sum of digit is not equal to sum means what I go? I will add one by one. I will go one by one. If it's not equal to my sum means I will go one by one. Suppose if it's equal means directly I jump plus 9. Directly I jump plus 9. Okay, so that's enough. So now this loop what it do? Initially start with 0. First I find 0 sum of factor, sum of digit. That's equal to my sum means I counted. After value change to 1. Suppose if it's not equal, value change to 1, again 2, again 3. Suppose the 3 sum of digit we get the sum means what you do? Again directly I will move 12. Okay, directly I will move 12. So 3 plus 9, 12. So 12 sum of digit 3. Again calculated, count. Again 21, again counted. Again 30, counted. Again 39. 39 it's not 3 sum of digit. So it's come to here. 32, 33, 34 like this is going on. So this process what? Up to number, how many numbers have sum of digit this value? How many numbers sum of digit have this values? I counted. After this process, I written the count. After this process, I just written the count. Okay, I just written the count. Okay, so that's enough. So here what it happened? Just listen. This function what it do? I will give one range. I will give one number. I will travel 0 to that range. I take all the numbers. I find the sum of digit. The sum of digit is equal to that second number means I counted. After I traveled all the numbers, I written the count. What the count will be stored? What this count will be stored? How many values? Sorry, I will give 3 slash. So that's easy. Yeah. So how many values have sum of digit that sum, okay, that value. Okay, so how many values have sum of digit this value? Okay, so that's why I written here. So what had happened? First here it's written 100 0. So 100 0 means what? How many numbers have sum of digit 0? So it stored 0th index. It stored 0th index. After the I changed to 1. So how many numbers have sum of digit 1? Up to 100. Okay, it store first index. It store first index. After I change to 2. After I changed to 2. So how many numbers have sum of digit 2? It's stored second index. After I will be 3. So how many numbers have sum of digit 3? It's counted, and after it's stored that index, third index. So third index it stored how many numbers have sum of digit 3. Okay, fourth index it stored how many numbers have sum of digit 4 until 450. Okay, up to 450 I take all the numbers, I find the sum of factor, I just store. Okay, so how many numbers have sum of digit 450? Okay, it stored that same index. Okay, so no problem. So that's enough. So still now we complete only sum of digit. Yeah, we complete lot of process. We completed 90%. Okay, so after what our remaining process? What's our remaining process? You ignore this one. This is just a command line. Okay, I remove that. Okay, so in this function I use sum of digit. Okay, because I give one value, I want to find sum of digit of the value. I will give one value, I want to find the sum of digit of the value. Okay, for example, I want to do that function first. What is my function? Sum of digit. Okay, so I want to do that function, sum of digit. So I will give one number. What I want to find? I want to find sum of digit. Okay, sum of digit means I will explain the concept first, and after I will do the program. I will explain the concept first, and after I will do the program. Okay, so just listen. For example, my given number, you assume 5639. 5639. So we have two possible. We have two possible. What are the two possible? 5 plus 6 plus 3 plus 9. So this is one possible. We add left to right, or otherwise right to left. 9 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5. We add the 2 also. Okay, so we have two possible. Okay, so what are the two possible? One, we add 5 to the left side to right side, or otherwise right side to left side. But here what's our problem? I don't know how to take first digit. I don't know how to take first digit, but we know very well how to take last digit. We know very well how to take last digit. How to take last digit? I will explain you. So just listen here. Okay, I will explain you. So how you read this number 5639? Because you read this number how? 5639. Why? Because 5 is the thousandth position. Because what? 5 is the thousandth position, and 6 is the 100th position, and 3 is the 10th position, and 9 is the first position. So that's why you read this number 5639. Why? Because the base value 10 power 0, 10 power 1, 10 power 2, 10 power 3. It's going like that. So that's why you read this number 5639. Okay. Now I want to take this 9. How we take that? We want to take one position number means I want to modulo with next base value. I want to modulo with next base value. So don't forget, I want to take one position value means what I want to do? I want to modulo with next base value. I want to modulo with next base value. So what the next base value? 10. So if I want 9 means what I want to do? Modulo 10. I want to do. Okay. Suppose if I want to remove one position value. Suppose if I want 39 means what I want to do? I want to modulo with next base value. So modulo 100 means I get 39. Modulo 100 means I get 39. Why sir 10 means? Because this is decimal system. So that's why. Because this is decimal system. So that's why we do here. Okay. So what our process? I want to take one digit means I want to mod with the next base value. Suppose if I want to remove one digit means what I want to do? If I want to remove 9, what I want to do? I want to divide with next base value. I want to divide with next base value. What the next base value? 10. So I divide with 10. So what I do here? I divide with 10. So if I want to remove one digit, I want to divide with the next base value. So don't forget. Okay, so how we calculate sum of digit? I will explain you. Initially my given number 5639. I know how to take last digit. I take the last digit. After, what I want to do, I want to take next digit. I want to take next digit. How you take next digit? If I remove the last digit, I take the next digit, correct? So how you remove? Just divide by 10. So if I remove the last digit, I take 3. Again what I do? Again I remove the digit. So if I remove the digit means again I take the next digit. Again I remove the digit. Again I take the next digit. So the same process I do repeatedly. So one process we do repeatedly, we are using looping. We are using looping. So here also the repeating process up to when, if I meet the 0, I stop the process. If I meet the 0, I stop the process. So this is my given number. This is my given number. Okay, so this is our process. We have to do that. Okay, so I have my number. So what I do that, I take the digit and I want to add it. Okay, so addition formula you know very well, so I don't need to explain that. Yeah, sum equal to sum plus that. So the same concept we apply here. So what I do, first I want to take the digit. So how you take the digit? Just mod 10. I get it. After I want to add that. So I will be adding formula I applied. After, if I take the one digit, I add it. After, what I want to do, I want to remove this 9. If I remove this 9 means I can easily access to take 3. Correct? So I want to remove this 9. So how you remove? Divide by 10. How you remove? Divide by 10. So that's enough. After, what I do? The same process repeatedly. Again take the 3, again add it, again remove it. Again take the 6, add it, remove it. Again take 5, add it, remove it. The same process I do repeatedly. So I am using looping. So I am using looping. So the same process I do repeatedly, I use loop. I use looping. Okay, so until when I want to stop this process, because we know starting ending, we will prefer for loop. We know starting ending, we will prefer for loop. But here I don't know the starting ending. How many times I want to do this process? I don't know. But I know one thing. What? If I meet 0, I want to stop the process. So I use while loop. Okay, if I meet 0 not equal to 0, I want to do this process. Num not equal to 0, I want to do this process. Okay, so that's enough. It's very easy one. Okay, so that's enough. It's very easy one. So after, okay, you find it. Okay, so this part it's called condition or expression. Okay, so that part it's called condition or expression. So what is expression, sir? Okay, so your question, what is expression? Okay, I will explain you. Okay, so what is expression, and after we will move on it. Okay, and after we will move on it. Okay, so what is expression? I will explain you. Expression means expression. Okay, so I will explain you this one expression. Okay, so expression is nothing but directly we will give this place value. Directly we will give this place value. So okay, no problem. Condition means what? Condition means using comparison operator we can make any formula, that's called condition. We can make anything, so that's called condition. Comparison operator means what? Not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, whatever. These all, it's a conditional comparison operators. Okay, if I don't use this comparison operator, that's called expression. So how it will be checked it's a true or false? Because I give directly value, that value will be positive or negative. The value it's positive or negative, it's true. The value it's positive or negative, it's true. Suppose the value it's not positive or not negative, the value, suppose if the value it's 0, if the value is 0 means it's false. The value is 0 means false. So here no need to apply num not equal to 0. Compared to the condition, expression is the best one. Compared to the condition, expression is the best one. So you apply expression. So here I apply expression only. So if the number, any positive number or any negative number, the condition true, so it's exit that. Suppose if it meets a 0, the expression failed, so it's exit that. So after I want to return my sum, because this process, I want to find the sum, yeah, sum of digit. So I done. So my sum initially 0, here I use digit variable, so I declare here. So that's enough. So that's enough, I completed. So this function also over. So total process I completed. Total process I completed. Okay. So total process I completed. So just listen. This is I give the command line. Yeah. So this is my process. So main function what I do? First I get the number until the range number. How many numbers have 0 pair? How many numbers have the sum of digit 1? How many numbers have sum of digit 2? Until 450. I store the same index. I store same index. So what I want to do now? What I want to do now? Okay. What I want to do now? Just listen. My given number 20 means I want to take 0 first. I want to take 0 first. I take 0 and I take these all the numbers 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6 until 0, 20 I want to take. Okay, after I take 1 means what I want to do? Again you take 20 numbers, but one thing you remember it, the repetition is not allowed. 0, 1 you take it means you won't take 1, 0. You don't take 1, 0. Suppose 0, 2 you take, that means you don't take 2, 0. You don't take 2, 0. It's very important. Okay, so what I do that initially you start with 0 means you start with here, no issue. After if you start with here 1 means you don't start with again 0. Why? Because 0, 1 I already completed. So again you don't take 1, 0. So what you do that if I start with 5 means I don't go for again 0 to 4. 5, 0, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4 you won't go. Why? Because already I take 0, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5 and 3, 5 and 4, 5. Already I take these. So if you take 5 means again you won't travel up to this. Up to this you won't travel because already I take that pair. So what I do that initially I start my x value here 0 to my n, but y value I don't start 0 to n. Where I want to start? I start with my x. I start with my x. So x0 means I start with 0. If x is 1 means I start 1. Suppose if x is 5 means I start 5. I start 5. Why I start 5? Because already up to 4 I make the pair using this. Up to 5 I make the pair using this. So that's why I don't go for 0 to 4. Okay, suppose if it's 5 I start with 5. Suppose if it's 6 I start the pair with 6. I won't go for 5. Why? Already 5 pairs I complete with the previous iteration. I complete with previous iteration. So after this what I want to do, I stored all the counts. I store all the count. How many values have sum of digit, this value, this value, this value. Why I store that? Just a multiple we get the answer pair. Okay, so that's why. So here, my x value start with 0 until when I want to travel up to I want to travel my given number. Up to I want to travel my given number. Okay, up to I travel my given number. Okay, after what you do, my y value, because this is first number, I want to take second number also. Second number I don't start with 0. Second number, the second pair of the number. Okay, so the second pair of the number I start with my x. I start with my x. I don't go for before. Okay, suppose x value 7 means y value I don't go for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why I don't go? Because if I take 7, 0 means I already take 0, 7, correct? Because x travel 0 to run. Okay, so 0, 7 I already take. 1, 7 I already take. 2, 7 I already take. 3, 7 I already take. So I don't go for up to this 6. So that's why y also start with 7 until we travel up to that number. Okay, so that's why y start with x. That's why y start with x. So y also travel up to number. I also travel up to that number. So here what I want to do, just I want to find, okay, I take these two numbers, okay, super. Suppose I take 11 and 14. I take these two numbers. What I want to do, I want to find sum of digit of these two number and I want to add it. 11 sum of digit 2, 14 sum of digit 5. So after I want to add these two numbers, correct? So what I do that, here sum of digit of first I get the value, okay, I get the value first. What? Sum of digit of sum of digits of x and sum of digits of y. Sum of digits of y. I add these two values. I add these two values. If I add these two values means what I want to go here, I add this 2 and 5, add it. So the answer is 7. So I want to check that addition it's prime or not. I want to add this then, correct? Because I want to take two number x and y. I want to find the sum of digit of two number. I want to add the sum of digit. If it's a prime number, I want to count it, correct? I want to count all the pairs, okay? So I store that. I want to check if it's prime or not. So is prime. I just call one function. I give that value. If it's prime means I return 1. If it's prime means what I do, I just return 1. Okay. If it's prime, I just return 1. Okay. If it's not prime, no issue with that. Okay. If it's prime, what I want to do here, how many numbers have sum of digit of x, how many numbers have sum of digit of y, I want to multiply. Okay, so my answer is nothing but how many numbers, the count array I updated, yeah, how many numbers have sum of digit x, how many numbers have sum of digit y, I just multiply it. If both are prime means, what I do, just I multiple all the counts I multiple. Okay, just I multiple it. Okay, so count of x and count of y, both I multiple. Why sir you multiple? So that's your next question. Yeah, I will do here. 3 and, for example, here you take 2. 3 and 2, the sum will be prime. Yeah, the sum is prime. So prime means what I do, how many numbers in this range the sum of digit have 3, because this number also 3. So how many numbers have 3 means I just calculate it. Just multiply it means we get the answer. Just multiply it means we get the answer. Okay, so we don't go for anything. So directly we get all the pairs. Because this 3 and 2 means in this between the range how many 2's are there? This sum of digit also 2. So this is also one pair, yeah. 3 and 2 here pair means this 3 and 2 also pair. So that's why how many 2's here? 2 2's will be there. Here how many 3's? 1 3 will be there. So 1 into 2 what? 2. So 2 pair. 3 2 is one pair and 3 2 is one pair. Okay, 3 2 is one pair and 3 2 is one pair. For example, here how many 3's will be there? Suppose 3 3's will be there. Here how many 2's? 2 2's will be there. So total how what? 3 into 2 6. So total 6 pairs, because this 3 take 2 2's and second 3 take 2 2's and third 3 take 2 2's. So total 6 pairs. Okay, so like that I want to multiply. So that's why here I do the multiplication process. Okay, so that's enough. I completed here. Okay, so after, if it's prime, okay, I completed. After what I want to do, okay, I want to add all the pairs. Okay, so answer plus equal to, because first 0 I take all the numbers, I judge the pair and add it. Again I take 1 and 1 comma 3, sorry, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 6, all these pairs. So again I want to add. Okay, so like that I add all. After that I print my answer. After that I just print my answer. Okay, so that's enough. So I complete the code. That's enough. I complete the code. Okay, x and y and what I and after value and after answer. So these much variables I use here. These much variables I use here. Okay, but here one thing I forgetting. Here one thing I forgetting. Okay, for example, I will tell you. So what the one thing I will tell you later, no issues. So before that, still now I didn't do this prime function. Still now I didn't do this prime function. Okay, so now we want to do that. Now we want to do that. Yeah, so we will go. So this is main function. So in the main function, what I do, up to 450 in my, I will give one number. So the number, suppose 50 means until 10 to 50, how many numbers have sum of digit 1, sum of digit 2, sum of digit 3, sum of digit 4. So like that I stored the array same index. After what I do, I take two number, I find the sum of digit. If it's prime, I just multiple the count. How many numbers have the same sum of digit? I just multiple it. So that's a pair. Okay, so that's a pair. For example, I tell you here the sum of digit, suppose 3. The sum of digit have 6. Okay, so now what I do, that not a 6, if I take 9. Okay, so not a 9, 8. Okay, so 3 plus 8 means 11. Okay, so this sum of digit 3, this sum of digit 8, so both I add, it's a prime number. Yeah, so my given number is 100. So 0 to 100 I have 5 threes will be there. 0 to 100 I have 7 8 will be there. 7 values sum of digit will be have. Okay, so up to 100 I have 5 threes will be there. The sum of digit 5 numbers have sum of digit 3, and up to 100 7 numbers have sum of digit 8. So what I do, that I don't take all the numbers, just I multiple 5 into 7. What the 5 into 7? 35. So total 35 pairs will be there. Total 35 pairs, because 1 5 takes this 7 values, 7 pairs. After second value takes 7 pairs. After third value takes 7 pairs. So that's why I multiple here. That's why the count value I multiple here. So 5 threes 7 8 means what I do, 1 3 take that 7 8 values, that 8 values. Okay, 7 8 values is take 3 7 3 7 3 7, sorry, 3 8 3 8 3 8 3 8. Again next 3 take, again same 3 8 3 8 3 8. So like this is add it. Okay, sir, same value you add it. No, sum of digit only same, the values are different. Okay, sum of digit only same, values are different. For example, sum of digit 8, what you get, 8 17 26 35 43 50, sorry, 43 not 44, 53 62 71 80. So they have lot of numbers, but how many pairs, how many did have, how many numbers have sum of digit 8? 3 6 9. 9 numbers have sum of digit 8. Okay, how many numbers have 3? 3 12 21. Only these 3 numbers. Yeah, only this 3 numbers. Okay, so this 1 3, it's take all the pair. 3 8 3 17 3 26 3 35 3 44 3 53 3 62 3 71 3 80. Yes, and after 12, it's take all the power. 12 8 12 17 12 26 12 35 12 44 12 53 12 62 12 71 12 80. Yes, again 21 is take all. So that's why I told here total 9 pairs will be there, here total 3. So what I do, that 3 into 9 what, 27, total 27 pairs will be there. So that's why I tell. Okay, so this count only I updated here. What the count, 9, here what the count, 3. So 3 into 9 what, 27. So 27 pairs. So that's why I count the pairs. Okay, so that's enough. Okay, so that's enough for that formula. So we completed. Okay, so now we do this is prime program. Okay, so now we do this is prime program. Okay, so how we do that? Okay, yeah, is prime. Yeah, we do here is prime. Okay, is prime function. I give one value. I give one value. If that value, it's a prime number, means I want to return 1. The value, if it's prime number, what I want to do? I want to do 1. Okay, I want to return 1. Suppose if it's not a 1, sorry, if it's not a prime, I want to return 0. So that's a one identification purpose, okay. So any function, it will be written the value, depends on the returning value, we will decide it, it's a prime or not. So this is my program, I decide it, I will return 1 means it's a prime, okay, if it's prime. Suppose if it's not that, it's not a prime. Suppose I return 0 means it's not a prime, okay. So that's like I do here, okay. So that's why I do here, so just listen. So how to find prime? So prime have lot of concept. 17 is a prime. Why 17 is a prime? Because that number is divided by only 1 and itself. Only 1 and itself. Okay, so that number divided by only 1 and itself. So only 1 and itself means how many factors will be there? 2 factors. How many factors will be there? 2 factors. Okay, so total that number have 2 factors. So we have lot of methods will be there, okay. So we will prime or not, okay. So first I travel 1 to that number, I find all the factors, the factors count will be 2, it's a prime number. So that's one concept, okay. After what I do, again I will travel 2 to n, sorry 2 to less than n, okay. I will travel 2 to n minus 1. So 1 is the prime number, 1 is the factors, that number is the factor. So now I travel 2 to n minus 1 means I don't have any factor. So the number of factor I get 0 means, the number of factors I get 0 means, suppose if I get 0 factor means, so that's a prime number, yeah. So this is also one concept. I travel 2 to n minus 1. I travel 2 to n minus 1. Why I travel 2 to n minus 1? Because 1 and that number only factor, I travel only start with 2. I ignore 1 and I travel up to less than number. I don't travel 17. So 2 to 16 I don't have factor. So if I don't have factor, so that's prime number. So this is another one. And another one concept what? I travel until square root. I travel until square root. Why sir up to square root? I will explain you. How, why we want to run up to square root, I will explain you. For example, 48 you take. 48 you take, okay. So how many, so what the 48 square root? What the 48 square root? Okay, so 48 square root is nothing but 6 point something. So we take 6. Okay, the 48 square root what? 6. Okay, so now I ask you, up to 6, how many factors have 48? You ignore 1. You ignore 1. How many factors have 48? 2 have, 3 have, 4 and 6. Only these factors will be there, correct? Up to 6, the 48 have these 4 factors. Okay, you ignore 1. Okay, only these 4 factors. Now, you see here, 48 divided by 2, what? 48 divided by 2, what? 24. 48 divided by 3, what we get? 16. 48 divided by 4, what we get? 12. 48 divided by 6, what we get? 8. Okay, so here total 48 factors, only these 8 numbers. Total 48 have only this 8 numbers. Okay, total 48 have only this 8 numbers. Okay, so more than this, no factors are available for 48. No factors are available for 48. So what I do that, until we run square root, up to square root, no factors are available means after square root also no factors are available. After square root also, none of the factors have that number. Okay, why? Because up to square root, how many factors? 4 factors. After square root also, the same number of factors have. The same number of factors we have. Okay, for example, you will be take 10. What the 10 square root? Or otherwise you don't take 10, you will take 18. What the 18 square root? 4. Correct? 18 square root 4. So how many factors up to 4? 18, 3, 2, 3. Correct? So now I ask you, 18 divided by 2, what we get? 9. 18 divided by 3, what we get? 6. Any other factors have 18? No. Only these 4 factors. Correct? Only these 4 factors. So suppose my given number 18 means up to square root how many factors have, the same number of factors available here. So up to square root no factors means after square root also no factors are available. After square root also no factors are available. Okay, so here what I do that, so that's why I do here one thing. Okay, so that's why I do here one thing. Okay, so up to square root I run, I don't have any factor means that number it's a prime number. That number it's a prime number. Why? Because after square root also no factors are available. Okay, so that's why I do this third concept. I do this third concept. Okay, yeah. So now we come here, I will apply that. So what I travel here, initially my I start with 2 because 1 always factors. So I start with 2 up to I run square root of the number. Up to I run square root of the number. Okay, so here sorry, less than or equal to. Okay, if any number it's perfectly divided, suppose if I meet the factor means it's not a prime number, so I return 0. It's not a prime number, I return 0. Suppose no factors, okay, no number it's perfectly divided means no factors available, correct? Just listen. Suppose this if condition true means if it's written 0. Suppose if the if condition is written true means what would happen? Up to square root I don't have factor. Because what is condition? Perfectly divided. Any one number it's perfectly divided means that's a factor, correct? So suppose my given number 100 means, suppose my given number 100 means I travel 2 to 10. I travel 2 to 10. So 2 to 10 is nothing but I. 2 to 10 it's nothing but I. Okay. So what I do that, I take one number and divide it. So 2 to 10 no numbers are divide this number means, so that's a prime number. Suppose any one number it's perfectly divided means I return 0. This is not a prime number. Okay. So if it's not divided means directly came to outside the loop. So outside the loop I return 1. And here one condition is that if my number 1 or 0, if a number it's 1 or 0, that also it's not a prime number, so return 0. Because this condition it's not satisfied this two number. This condition it's not satisfied this two numbers, so I directly write here. Okay, I directly write here. So that's enough. So E is prime also we completed. E is prime also we completed. Okay, so that's enough. So I complete all the process. So what are the variables we use here? I declare all these things. I print the pairs also. What I do here first this process is sum of digit. This process is just a sum of digit process, because my main statement what? Sum of digit. So that's why this process what? I find the sum of digit. After this process what? I give one number, I want to travel up to that number 0 to start with 0, and until that number I want to find each number sum of factors, sum of digit. That sum of digit is equal to this value means I will be counted and I return it. That's enough. That sum of digit I find one different concept. If it's equal means directly I add plus 9. If it's not equal I travel 1 by 1. After this is prime concept. This is prime concept. Up to square root I travel, I find it. This is what I find 0 to 450. I will give one number. Up to that number, how many numbers have sum of digit 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I store the count. After I take two numbers, I add the two number sum of factor. If it's prime or not, I check it. Suppose if it's prime, I count all the pairs. I count all the pairs and after I print it. So that's enough. I complete here. So now I run the program. So here digit number want to, sorry, here I use number. So here I don't use n, I want to use number. Yes. So now I run here for I equal to 2 square root of n, sorry, this is also my number. So I use here all the places num, not using n. So that's why here I use that. I erase all these things. Oh, sorry students. So I erase all these things. So now I run here. So I give 10 or 5. So how many possibles? 5, 9. But I don't know the answer is right or wrong. We don't know the answer is right or wrong. So what I do that, after if it's right means I print. If it's right means what I do? I print all the pairs. I print all the pairs, X and Y. I print all the pairs. So now I run the program. You check my given number 5. So what are the pairs will be there? 0 and 2, it's a pair. 0 and 3, it's a pair, because 0 and 3 what? Prime number. Prime number. 1 and 1, it's a prime number. 1 and 2, it's a prime number. 1 and 4, it's a prime number. 2, 3, prime number. 2, 5, prime number. 3, 4, prime number. So only these things will be there. So we don't have 4, 3, because 4, 3 means already it came to 3, 4. 4, 1 also it's not possible, because already came 1, 4. 5, 2 also not possible, because already it came 2, 5. Okay, so this much pairs will be there. So I find the count also 9. So this program, it's absolutely right. So we complete it successfully. Okay, so we completely successfully. So each time you take the digit, you find the sum of digit, and after find it means it take too much time. So that's why what I do, directly first one sum of digit, these two sum of digit, it's a prime number, means what I do, how many numbers have that much sum of digit, I directly multiply it. Okay, that's enough. So this sum of digit, suppose 3, this sum of digit suppose 5, means 3, how many numbers in that range, sum of digit 3, directly I take it, I multiply it, because again I don't want to take that. Suppose I take 14, 1 plus 4 what? 5. If I take 5 and add another number, if it's a prime number, means I don't take again 2 plus 3, because 2 plus 3 sum also 5, 1 plus 4 sum already we get prime. So if I get the sum of digit 5, if I add another number, if it's a prime number, means in between the range n, how many numbers have sum of digit 5? I already updated the count, correct? So directly you multiply it. Okay, directly you multiply it. Okay, so you don't go for any other things. Okay, you don't go for any other things. So it's very easy one. Okay, so I just explain the question again. So just listen with the concept name. What is that? Special prime. Okay, so what the name here? Special prime. Okay, the name is special prime. So what is special prime? It's do, I will give one number. For example, I will give 100, means you want to take x 0 to 100. You want to take 0 to 100. Okay, and another number you want to take the range 0 to that number, 0 to 100. You want to take the same next number also, 0 to that number. Okay, I want to take two number. I want to find the sum of digit. I want to find the x sum of digit and y sum of digit. Both, if it meets a prime number, means I want to count it. I want to count it. So total, how many pairs have? We want to print it. Okay, so I want to count the pair. So I want to print what? Total, how many pairs we have. So that's why we do this process. Okay, so that's why we do the process. 0, 1 means I don't take 1 and 0. So that's why here I start 0, I here start with x. I don't again go with 0. So that's why here process I done. So suppose 1 and 2 its prime number, means what I do that, again in between, in up to 100, how many numbers have sum of digit 1? The same process, because yes, I find sum of digit and I add it, correct? So this sum of digit 1. So any other number have sum of digit 1, means I directly take the count and multiply it. How many numbers have? Suppose 5 numbers, means directly we take 5 pairs. Okay, so that's why I update first one. That's why I update this first one. Where is that? Sorry. Yeah, this one. This function, it's do that process. This function is do that process. How many numbers pairs have 1? How many numbers have sum of digit 6? How many numbers have sum of digit 7? How many numbers have sum of digit 8? How many numbers have sum of digit 9? So like that. Okay, so like that it's stored. Okay, so that's enough. If you want to print this one, no problem, you will print it. Okay, for example, wait a minute, I will comment this code. Wait a minute, students, I will comment this code. I will type one thing. Okay, for I equal to 1, I less than or equal to my number I plus plus. Here I print two values. What the two values? That I value and that count of I value. Okay, so I value and count of I value. So now I run the program here. Okay, sorry, I erase all these questions. Okay, so now I run the program here. If I give 10, what I do that is here, up to 10, how many numbers have one pair? Only two numbers. Why? 1 and 10. Okay, how many numbers have two pair? Only 2. How many numbers have 3 pair? Only 3. Okay, for example, I run here, I will give big number 20. Yeah, you see here, how many numbers have sum of digit 2 10? For example, 1 and 10. Okay, how many numbers have sum of digit 2? 3 numbers. How 3 number? 2 also there, 11 also there, 20 also there, so total 3 numbers. 3, how many numbers have sum of digit 3? 2 numbers, 3 and 12. Okay, only up to 20. Okay, and how many numbers have sum of digit 5? 5 and 1 4, correct? 14. 5 and 14 only. So how many numbers have sum of digit 10? Only one number, 19, correct? So that's enough. So that's why we update it. So this is my count array. This is my count array. So if I add 2 plus 5, it's a prime number, means how many 2's will be there? 3 2's. How many 5's will be there? 2 5's. So 3 into 2 what? 6. So total 6 pairs. That's enough. Total 6 pairs. Directly we take it. Because 2 and 5, it's a prime number. We add these two, we get the prime number. So how many 2's will be there? 3 2's. How many 5's? 2 5's. So 1 2 it's take 2 times. And another 2 it's take 2 times 5. Another 2 it's take 2 times 5. Total 6 pairs. So that's why we directly multiple 3 into 2. So that's process we do here. That process we do here. Multiple. Yeah. So that's process we do here. So that's enough. So this is our code. I show you that. So I erase this one. So this one just your identification purpose I printed. This one just your identification purpose I printed here. Okay, so that's enough. We completed here. I don't need this also. I want only how many pairs. So that's enough. So I completed. Okay, so I completed. So now this program is over. Okay, so now this program is over. So I completed. So what the name here? What the problem name? Special prime. It's important one, Hack with Infy. So Hack with Infy, we will code any languages, but we want to apply efficient code. Okay, we want to apply efficient code. This is not a efficient code. Okay, I again say that this is not a efficient code. First I tell you how to approach this program, and after we will solve it. But we will count that process, it's a efficient one. We will count the process, it's a efficient one. Okay, but this is not that much efficient, because prime number we have lot of logic. We have lot of logic to find it. Okay, so we have lot of methods will be there. Okay, so we can apply that too also, we get it. Mathematical formula also that. Okay, mathematical formula also that. What the mathematical formula we want to find prime number? I will tell you. 6 plus or minus I. 6 plus or minus I. So this is the formula for prime number. For example, I will explain you. 6 plus I, and you take 6 minus I. Okay, you will be place I equal to 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so if you place 1 means what you get? 6 plus 1, what do you get? 5. Okay, 6 minus 1, what do you get? What do you get? Sorry, 6 plus 1 we get 7. 6 minus 1, what do you get? 5. Correct? Again you do the same process. 6 plus 2, what do you get? I value will be changed. What do you get? 8. 6 minus 2, what do you get? 4. Okay, what do you get? 4. Again the same thing. 6 plus 3. Okay, 6 plus 3, what do you get? 9. 6 minus 3, what do you get? Sorry, 6 into I minus 1. Sorry. I forgot the formula. Sorry. So what the formula, mathematical formula here? 6I plus or minus 1. 6I plus or minus 1. Okay, so that's the formula. So 6 into I minus 1 and 6 into I plus 1. So this is the formula. You apply this one, we get the prime numbers. Okay, so 6 into 1 minus 1, what we get? 5. Okay, 6 into 1 plus 1, what do you get? Plus 1, what do you get? 7. So 5 also prime, 7 also prime. And 6 into 2, minus 1. What do you get? 13. What do you get? 13. 6 into 2 plus 1. What do you get? 15. What do you get? Sorry. 6 into 2 minus 1, it's get 11. 6 into 2 plus 1, we get 13. Okay. So, and after 6 into 3, the same thing you do repeatedly. 6 into 2 minus 1, we get 17. We get 17. 6 into 2, sorry, 6 into 3 plus 1, what do you get? 19. So you see here all the numbers, 5 also prime, 7 also prime, 11 also prime, 13 also prime, 17 also prime, 19 also prime. So this is the mathematical one. So we will solve this through also. This is the very efficient one. We want to find the prime number or not. Okay. So this is very efficient one, but no need that. Okay. So we will solve anything. Okay. So this concept also there. So we will see later. Okay. No issue with that. Yeah. So we will see later. No problem about it. So this problem I completed. So what the problem here? What the problem here? Just listen. I explain you again the problem. I will give one number. In up to that range, I want to take two number. I want to find the sum of digit of the two number. I want to add it. If it's a prime, I want to count it. How many pairs we have in between the range? Okay, we want to count it. So that's one we do here. So total how many lines we do here? 59 lines. Total how many lines? 59 lines. Okay, so here some lines we no need. Okay, I remove that line. So total we need count it. Okay, so how many lines we have? I will count it because for loop I didn't put open close means only one line inside that. So we don't need open close. We don't need open close for that. Okay. So we don't need open close for that. Here also I don't need open close. If while loop I didn't put open close, if condition only inside that while, else also that means it's a combination of this. These all will be inside the while. So we need no need open close. Here we know we need to open close. So total how many lines? Total 53 lines. In the 3 lines, header file also one of that. Okay, header file also one of that. So that's enough. So this is the prime program. So you will go through the code. I will scroll down slowly. So you will be pause that, and after you take the screenshot also you will be work on it. Suppose you have still now confusion about this code means repeatedly you watch these videos, surely you will be get it. Okay, surely you will get some ideas. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so you go through the code day to day. So for suppose you have any doubt about this code, no problem, you ping the chat section. Okay, no issue. So we will reply it. Okay, sure. So first is sum of digit. After I take up to the range, I find the count. Okay, how many numbers have the sum of digit, that value. After, if it's prime or not, I will check my concept. After the main process, after the main process I done up to 450 I travel, but you don't need to 450 because 20 means the maximum sum of digit will be 20 only. Yeah, you see here my given number 20 means the maximum sum of digit what? The maximum sum of digit 2 only, because the 20 maximum sum of digit what? 10 only. The maximum sum of digit 10. Okay, so suppose my given number 30. What the maximum sum of digit? What the maximum sum of digit? 11. The maximum sum of digit what? It's 11. Okay, so no problem, you don't travel up to 450 because I stored all the sum of digit values. Okay, you travel up to n also, it's right. You travel up to n also, it's right. You don't travel up to 450 because I don't need up to 450. How many values have sum of digit 450? I don't need up to 450. Up to n you travel, it's enough. Up to n you travel, it's enough, but maximum size is 451 because they give n will be 10 power 50 means what I do? 10 power 50 means what you do? So that's why you take maximum size 451 because 10 power 50 means maximum sum of digit we get 450. So that's why I store the value, I assign the size here 451. Okay, so that's enough. Yeah, so that's enough. So we complete the code. So do you have any doubt? You can ask, no issue with that. So now what the time here? 7:45. Okay, so now we close up the session. Okay, yeah. So thank you for all.